It's your boy Longway, man. I just jumped out the pool with Dirty Glove Bastard.
Me goes a long way, we don't need no label. Inside nigga came in. Walking the band, don't see
the one out of two, don't none of these niggas compare to me. My trap house filled with sprinkle my lolos, I ain't trapping on L.
I ain't never been in the music in no type of shape, form, or fashion. You know what I mean? But
okay.
I look at it as having fun, another way for me having fun.
Hundreds of millions of dollars worth of drugs and guns, Glock switches and other items taken off the streets thanks to a special detail that culminated Thursday in Muskogee County.
Law enforcement call it Operation Sweet Silence, which was a 2.5 years in the making, aimed at taking down gang members and cutting crime.
I know a lot of these content creators who do these type of things follow my platform, so they probably won't be fans or at least supporters after this. But we for the
Before we get started on this, I gotta say, what's up, G Gang? It's your boy, What's Up, G, where you know I'm gonna keep it G with you. Don't forget to drop a like, comment, subscribe. This gonna be the story of Peewee Longway and how over 100 people just got arrested in Georgia. Drug trafficking, guns. It's looking like a RICO about to come down on them boys. So let's get into it. You know, I don't do too much talking over here.
family over here. This is the family TV. And it's probably best on this video we start exposing how doing these hood vlogs can not only put you in harm's way, but it can get you arrested, indicted, and even having your quote-unquote ops know your exact location. Fam, it's been reported within the last 24 hours that 101 people has been arrested. 279 million in drugs was seized in an operation called Sweet Silence. Apparently, this operation was aimed to stop dangerous gangs and drug cartels from operating in Columbus area, which is located in Georgia, almost 2 hours away from Atlanta, Georgia. Now, this indictment had made national headlines after being rumored that one of the 100+ people that was arrested was a rapper known out of Atlanta, Georgia.
101 people, over 200 million in drugs? Oh, them boys was out there getting it.
Peewee Longway. Today, we'll go over this indictment, talk about Peewee Longway upcoming. It seems there's 100+ people. I got to find out that it was some rappers that was in the gang that the authorities say was causing havoc in Columbus, Georgia. Today, we're gonna see who that gang is, see who some of they rappers are, see who they was beefing with, and how they was formed. But before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I don't give you no angle, I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're gonna jump right to it. I think it's appropriate to start out this video by talking about a rapper from Zone 3 in Atlanta, Georgia. A rapper who been rapping for 10+ years and still relevant to this day. Quincy Lamont Williams, aka Peewee Longway. Some would say the Zone 3 native from Atlanta, Georgia is a legend in their eyes. Been rapping a decade plus, as we mentioned, having hits with even the Migos 10 years ago in tracks like Came In.
Came in. Big get guap, dope boys in the trap, nigga. That side nigga came in. Do, pocket.
Having tracks with Gucci Mane, Young Dolph, just to name a few. Recently dropping a track titled Who Am I?
The one out of two, don't none of these niggas compare to me. My trap house filled with sprinkle my lolos, I ain't trapping on L.
From his fitness journey to his rapping ability, you can see nothing but growth in Peewee Longway. I'm not sure if it's true or not. You'll later see how Peewee Longway came up with his name. Now, Peewee Longway music label is MPA, allegedly stands for Money, Power, Ammunition. He was once asked a series of questions on a reputable platform, Vlad TV, and this is what he had to say in regards to who he aligned with and how he was raised coming up. Check it out.
I don't call you Longway. You stuck with it. You got Peewee Longway.
Hey, we got two going together.
Now, what made you want to get into rapping?
I'm an urban guy, man. You know what I mean? I'm urban. I'm already urban, so urban is unreal.
Growing up in Zone 3 as a kid.
I mean, I want to say like every other average man, man. You know what I mean? It wasn't always good, it wasn't always bad. We just took it with each other and ran with it.
Okay. When I look at your music, when I listen to your music and I look at your album covers and stuff like that, I'm seeing a lot of blue. The color blue seems to be very prominent.
It's a nice color, my boy. It's a nice color. It ain't that like
now, I assume there's a Crip thing going on?
Vlad is such a cop, yo. Like, where are you going? Like, who asked this type stuff during interviews? Imagine sitting down with Shannon Sharpe and he'd be like, yo, your album got a lot of blue in it. Is there like a Crip thing going on? You would never think Shannon Sharpe would do something like that. It's always Vlad with these incriminating questions. That was like an incriminating angle. That was an incriminating question. Like, what are you doing, Vlad? And he shouldn't answer that. But like, why do you, like, you got to understand, he's prepping this interview to do that to him. He prepped the whole interview to do that. Just a weirdo.
Nah, just a nice color.
Just a nice color.
Good job, Peewee.
No,
He's
no
a
cripping.
weirdo.
No, nothing. Just
No
a nice
nothing.
color. That's the scene.
People gotta stop
Things
going
and
on
scenes,
Vlad.
Okay.
See, angles like that irk me. Black people gotta stop going on Vlad, bro. Like even what he did with the Wayans, like they gotta stop supporting Vlad. Vlad is a nut, bro.
You know, growing up in that type of environment, a lot of people start to hustle early. Like, how old were you when you first started hustling?
I wasn't hustling, man. I was a school guy, man. Going to school, handling my business, man. You know.
You were 100% legal. You were good.
Yeah.
Doing everything by the book.
Doing it by the book, man. Making sure it happens.
Okay. You know. And
Yo, what is wrong with you? See how he's setting up the angles, trying to seem cool and talk to you like. So everybody started. So when did you start hustling? What? Am I the only one who's hearing these angles? Like he has to, he sits down, like you got to write down a script to do an interview. If y'all don't know, you don't just freestyle an interview like that. Do it off the cuff. Like Vlad is a weirdo.
that's the way to answer those types of questions. People get mad at me for asking, but then people answer how they gonna answer. You know what I mean? So when I get that type of answer, I respect that type of answer.
Right.
You know? And for all the future rappers out there, y'all don't have to answer my questions. Y'all can answer it like Peewee Longway saying that, you know, I ain't affiliated with none of that shit. I don't do none of that shit. I'm just a rapper.
Right.
I respect that. That's what's up. That's what's up. So I heard you got the name Peewee Longway from a girl.
Yeah, I was trying to get my Instagram thing set up, man. You know what I'm saying? My Twitter thing set up. And I was trying to come up with the name. You know what I'm saying? I blurted out what I'm going to put. She blurted out Longway.
Okay. But you were Peewee before.
Yeah. Granny gave me that name.
Okay. Why'd you call you Peewee?
I don't know. I get what Granny, you know, I'm a small guy with big thing going. So Peewee, you know, Peewee makes it just sound big. I like the name Peewee.
As you can tell by his answers, Peewee Longway is a very smart man. He's been having run-ins with the law dating back in 2014 in Alabama, being caught with the illegal firearm. But for the most part, he kept his nose clean, at least to the public. He also had his own strain of Mary Jane, Blue M&M Sprinkles. Now in Columbus, Georgia, Zahona Gang stands for ZHG. They have a rapper named Baby Fox that's signed to Offset. He's apparently arrested. A person who shouted him out was a guy allegedly a part of that same gang that liked the picture by Peewee Longway. And I found that interesting because that was the same gang alongside Crips that was mentioned in the indictment, with over 100 people recently arrested alongside Peewee Longway by the feds.
Baby Drill shout you out on his song. What's your relationship with each other?
Like, come 4L. Shout out 4L. That a bro.
For sure. Is there anybody in the Tri-City area that you want to work with?
Like Columbus and shit?
Yeah, Columbus, Georgia. That you probably ain't worked with yet?
Oh, I'm finna have some shit going on with, I'm gonna have a song with Bangman Kurt.
Okay, he coming up in the street right now. He coming up. Yeah, he hard.
It's somebody.
Now, before we go over what they mentioned in that indictment, which is still early, I want to point out a hood vlog that was shot by Miko Worldwide 2.5 years ago, which so happens, according to which was released by the feds, this gang has been under surveillance since 2.5 years ago. The title of this video on Miko Worldwide page was titled Raw Streets of South Georgia, Zahona Global Hood Vlogs. Now fam, I'm gonna play a clip. I don't want to ruin the video if you guys want to check it out, but check out some key moments. Now,
we in South Georgia. Hey, I'm with some real ones. They're gonna tell you where we at and a little bit about what it's like down here. All right. Hey, who we here with?
In Columbus, Georgia. This ZAG Solid. Yeah, man. AKA Baby Fuck. Yeah, the name tell itself, man. We're in Columbus, Georgia, the real trenches, man, the real hood, man. You know how we get, man.
Yeah, nigga, fuck 50-40K, nigga. Big fuck.
You checking in with the biggest ops in the city, man.
Yeah, nigga.
No, they know about that, man.
Yeah, ZAG Hop Out, man. Go follow me on Instagram, man.
Hell yeah.
Big Texas, Solo, man. I know what the fuck going on.
Yeah, man, big Globals on hand, you don't know it, man. You know what I'm saying? Globals ain't pink shit, pop shit.
Hell yeah, we.
Poop, EG Poop, man. With all that, y'all know how we come in with none of that. We gonna have it. The hell of that video, that's all you.
Where the fuck these niggas go? Fuck this shit, bro.
trying to go to the hood? Where they trying to go?
Yeah, they ready to go to that hood. I'll tap in for the day, man. Globe guys sitting in Port Arts, they dead part. No little bit jersey.
Fam, y'all smart. Y'all come with y'all own conclusion on what y'all feel about that video. Now, to give you a rundown on Zahona Globe, or ZHG, it's a homegrown game that some say was founded from someone from Florida. It was formed in Columbus, Georgia. They mainly rock pink and blue and have ties with the GDs. Originally, they formed in the mid-2010s by a GD member named Mad Max. As soon as ZHG was formed, they quickly became one of the most active groups in Columbus. Like most gangs, they would quickly come into conflict with other groups, but the biggest beefs would be the US World, or Us World, and Marlowe. Now you know what Crips mean, so now we got that, and who's the Zahona gang that's mentioned in this indictment? Fam, let's talk about it. Over $270 million worth of drugs was seized in the operation that spanned from Columbus, Georgia to California, which led to 101 people being arrested. The investigation included nearly a dozen state federal agencies. It spanned several states and resulted in 31 arrests in Columbus and Alabama on Thursday. Of the 31 individuals arrested, 19 were arrested on federal charges and 12 were taken into custody on state charges, indicating these individuals are alleged members of the Zahona gang and the Crips gang. And as mentioned, the FBI had mentioned they have been conducting an investigation over the past 2 years. Operation Sweet Silence, in total, had 126 search warrants. Law enforcement seized 155 firearms and over $273,000 in cash. And as mentioned, they seized over $100 million in street value worth of drugs.
Millions of dollars worth of drugs and guns, Glock switches, and other items taken off the streets thanks to a special.
Look, y'all. Oh, they going to jail. They going to jail. You hear me? Good Lord. And they said they've been watching them for the last 2.5 years. It sounds like since they did that vlog.
Detail that culminated Thursday in Muskogee County.
Law enforcement call it Operation Sweet Silence, which was a 2.5 years in the making, aimed at taking down gang members and cutting crime. News 9's Catrice Nolan joins us live in our newsroom tonight with more on this takedown.
Catrice, we understand multiple local, state, and federal agencies involved in this operation.
That's right. Several agencies involved, and this is the number. Over $279 million in street value of what they seized. And the FBI, the GBI, the DEA, and others all worked together for Operation Sweet Silence. Now, the sheriff says although they took more than 2.5 years moving in silence, the takedown was seen and heard across the Chattahoochee Valley.
These are the mugshot and faces of some of the people just arrested in the Columbus area through what they are calling Operation Sweet Silence. The multi-agency takedown has been planned for more than 2 years. Muskogee County Sheriff says it took overtime hours to put that many people behind bars.
The Muskogee County Sheriff's Office has worked in lockstep with the FBI and the DEA to go after some very dangerous gang members of the Zahona gang, members of the Crips.
District Attorney Don Kelly telling us that gang activity has led to high homicide rates in Muskogee County.
We've seen the homicide rate more than double because of gangs, and we are going to continue to target gangs.
19 of the suspects facing federal charges, 12 of those cases being prosecuted locally. The drugs and other illegal weapons seized in this operations have a street value of $279 million, something the U.S. Attorney's Office says was a large amount for this area.
This was a major operation.
That's over $250 million, y'all. They locked up over 100 people. That mean they was on y'all bumper. They was on y'all, look, and we keep hearing this about Georgia. All that drill rap down there, boy, they tired of y'all down in Georgia. I'm saying that right now. Y'all got the feds down there. Y'all got the feds in Georgia. Because they just keep popping up everywhere.
One of the largest, I think, in Columbus history, and it was
one of the largest.
The point is to really target folks who are doing the most damage in the community.
Spilling the drugs and crime into other areas like Harris and Russell counties.
When it affects one person, we know these criminals don't stop at the county line.
And law enforcement is not silent about their warning for criminals.
We have 4 words for those individuals who think that they can set up shop in Muskogee County. Not on our watch.
And the sheriff going on to say that people of Columbus deserve to be safe, and taking all these drugs and gang members off the streets is a start. Just go to WTVM.com to find a breakdown of the narcotics seized and the federal charges for those arrested. Reporting in the newsroom, Catrice Nolan, WTVM News Leader 9.
And certainly some amazing numbers there that you talked about, Catrice. As you said, sweet silence, speaking loud and clear to folks in this area. All right, thank you very much.
Yeah, historic.
It's a very unfortunate situation for everybody.
Let me say this about my boy Peewee Longway. Anybody who listen to Longway music, you know Longway actually be getting it in. You get what I'm saying? You knew he was one of those ones that, you know. But let me also say that if you in the streets and you living like that, that's a choice. That's a choice. You've been made that choice. You know what it is. You know what come with it. Now, I don't want to hear everybody snitching, because y'all knew what came with it, man. Y'all knew what came with this life. Drop it in the comments. Drop it in the comments if you're from Atlanta. If you know about this situation, I want to hear from you. I want to hear about it. And we probably ain't going to get no Peewee Longway music for a minute. It'd probably be a minute. They took over $250 million off the streets. Yeah, we're gonna do an update on this story, because that's crazy. That's crazy. It's your boy, What's Up, G. Don't forget to drop a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about this. Let me know if you ever went through something like this, or you know somebody that went through something like this. And all I can say is, you know, I'm gonna keep it G with you. Stay about the streets. I ain't saying you gotta go to school, but you can start a business. You ain't gotta go to school. You can start a business though. All right. It's your boy, What's Up, G. If ain't nobody told you they love y'all today, I love y'all. I'm out, y'all.